On one side, we have a business thriving, making tens of thousands of pounds a month, several employees, all with great relationships, everybody's happy, and everything works seamlessly. On the other hand, we have a company struggling. Every single month, they're just about breaking even. Sometimes they're making a profit, sometimes they're making a loss. Things are kind of rocky for this business. Now, which side do you want to be on? Which side best suits you? Now, we all know what side everybody wants to be on. Now, let's talk business finances and the importance of managing your finances within business. As finances is basically what keeps your business afloat, profit and loss. It is imperative that you know your profitability, your profit and your loss. Now, being profitable is what is going to make your business stay afloat. It's what's going to make it survive and thrive, and you're going to be able to reinvest profits back into your business to grow it to tens of thousands of pounds per month. You really need to be knowing your profits and loss, okay? So let's say if you're making, let's say £100,000 every single month in revenue, but you have other fees on top of that and stuff, and perhaps that gets reduced down to £50,000, okay? So that's all your direct fees, direct costs. Let's take me for example, actually. Let's take me for example. If I make £100,000, okay, in sales, then I have all my Amazon fees on top of that, and perhaps that puts it all the way down to £60,000. And then I have all the products that I buy, because of course I have to buy the products to make money and send them into Amazon and get them sold. Let's say they cost £30,000. Okay, so that's £30,000, so I'm left with £30,000. Okay, and then what else have I got? I've got staff members, I've got a warehouse, I've got softwares, I have to pay myself, I have other miscellaneous costs every single month. All these, perhaps these come to £15,000. These are all example purposes. And then that leaves me with a net profit of £15,000. Okay, so that's your profitability. We're going to be left with a net profit of £15,000. Oh, and another thing, VAT. If you're VAT registered, which I am, I have to account for VAT. Another thing, taxes. And then let's say VAT as well. Let's say bang. All costs I'm left with, you have to incorporate all these. You have to incorporate all these. It's just how business is. Let's say I'm left with £5,000 at the end. You need to know all of your costs within your business so you can stay profitable. And you just need to know it so you can manage your finances and reinvest those profits, and you know where to put your money at the end of the day. But not only that, next thing is £5,000, let's say net profit after everything. So even you've paid yourself, which is awesome. After absolutely everything, you have that £5,000, for example. Even so, you can go even deeper into that. You're going to be getting corporation tax on that £5,000. So you could say you only actually have £4,000 in net profit. Just how you want to look at it. You can speak to accountants further about that. But I went off on a bit of a tangent there. You need to know your profit and loss. And if you're in the negative, you need to be sorting out, looking at ways on how you can actually improve, how you can reduce costs. Is it packaging? Is an employee doing naff all and you don't need them anymore? You need to be thinking about these things. When you're talking about finances and money and stuff within business, there are a few key metrics that a lot of people will say. And so the first one is sales or revenue. And that's just the total money brought in. The second one is net profit, which I talked about at the beginning. That's literally your profit after every single cost. So you have your revenue after absolutely everything, your fees, your fixed costs, paying yourself, everything, your cost of goods, that is your net profit. Now, your gross profit, on the other hand, is basically after all your fees and your cost of goods and stuff, but minus, let's say, your fixed costs every month, like your software's paying yourself and stuff. Now, personally, I gross profit around £17,000 every month. And then my fixed costs within the business, like my warehouse, my employees and stuff, equates to about £6,000. So my net profit is around £11,000 every single month. And another metric that people talk about is return on investment. Return on investment is basically what return you're going to be getting from every sort of pound that you spend. So let's say if I spend £10 on a product, I invest £10 into one product, but that product is going to give me my £10 back but also make me £10 in profit as well. That would be classed as a 100% return on investment. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. If I give another example, let's say if I'm investing in a product and it's £20 and it's going to give me £5 profit back, it's going to give me my £20, but it's also going to give me £5 in profit, so I'm going to get £25 back. That would be a 25% return on investment. Now, how your return on investments worked out is basically your profit per unit divided by your initial investment times by 100. Return on investment is something I really work towards on Amazon, because prioritizing the highest return on investment product is pretty much the key in my opinion, just so you can reinvest your profits faster and faster and faster and grow faster and faster. Another thing is your profit margin. Now, your profit margin, you have two sides of the stick. Some people work with profit margin and some people work with return on investment. Now, return on investment, like I said, for every pound spent, you're basically knowing how much you're getting in return, how much you're going to make on that pound, pretty much. Now, your profit margin is basically, how it's worked out is your profit per unit divided by your sales price. So let's say if you're selling something for £10, and it's bringing you back your £10, you know, that's bringing back your £10, but your profit on that's about £1. Okay, that's going to mean you're on a 10% margin. Hopefully that makes sense. And in my opinion, profit margin is pretty good just for seeing your kind of profit as a whole, really. Because me personally, let's say if I'm making £100,000 in a month in sales, and my profit margin, my net profit margin, so you have net profit margin and gross profit margins, much similar to gross profit and net profit, like I discussed previously in the video. So you have your margin. Let's say if I had £100,000. And my margin was 10%, for example. My net profit margin was 10%. Then it's easily calculatable that my profit's just £10,000 in a single month. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. But enough about nitty-gritty metrics and stuff like that. How can we improve? How can we grow a business? How can we manage our finances much better, just so we can grow, manage our business, stay afloat and thrive? Like at the beginning example, an example of a company that's thriving and an example of a company which is struggling every month. Now, it really depends on what you do, okay? So if you're going crazy and just overspending with things and going absolutely nuts, then, and you're not accounting for other things like perhaps paying staff members and things, then you're just going to be struggling at the end of the day. You need to be keeping everything, you need to know where your money is, where you're spending your money, what you need to pay for. And one thing I can stress you to do, one really key thing that I'm going to stress for you guys to do, is just know your expenses every month. Very simple, very easy. If you know exactly how much your fixed costs within your business are every single month, it's going to make it a lot easier for you to plan your finances, plan where you're going to be spending your money, and all things like that. So let's say if it's £5,000 a month, for example, you're going to want to be accounting for that £5,000 every month, and perhaps maybe just get all the money to come out on a similar day or maybe the same day, just so it's easier for you. You know the money's there, and once it's gone out, bang, you can plan a little bit better, and you know what money you've got left to spend on X, Y, and Z. Okay? But not only that, sometimes to get a business thriving, you're going to have issues. One of them issues is cash flow. And cash flow is a huge issue, which I had within my Amazon business, and a lot of people have in their Amazon business. And I still sometimes have that issue today with cash flow. Now, I get this issue with cash flow because Amazon don't pay me all my money straight away. They hold back quite a lot of my money. And it's a shame. It's just how it is, how Amazon works. They hold back quite a lot of your money for refunds and stuff. They're the boss at the end of the day. I can't argue with them. But there are a few ways on how you can get your business from struggling every month, making, perhaps £500 a month, £1,000 a month, sometimes in a month losing money, to absolutely thriving. Now, it's a risk, but with everything, you have to take risks in life, you have to take risks in business, to actually get anywhere. And those risks that you can take are raising finance. Now, you might be asking, what is raising finance and how can I do it? Raising finance, typically just you raising money for your business, getting more and more money for you to invest it into perhaps more products. How can you do that? I personally have done it in 3 different ways. And the first one is you can actually just get loans from friends or family to invest in products. This is, in my opinion, the best way, the safest way, because you trust your friends and family. They should trust you as well. It's happy days. You don't need to worry too much about things, and you can generally get pretty decent rates, in my opinion. The second thing is just loans from a bank, or in my case, I've actually got a loan from Amazon before. So it's just like technically a business loan. That's another way you can go about doing things. And then finally, there's another way that you can actually use credit cards and do money transfers and get money from them that way. And you basically get money at 0% interest over the course of 12 months. I've done all 3 of these methods, all very, very good, but I can't stress this enough. It comes with risks. Now, you need to be really, really sure about this. You can't be half-assed doing this. You need to be really, really sure about this. You need to be sure that you're going to be able to find profitable products. You need to be sure that you already have profitable products to invest in. Okay? So those were just some tips on how you can manage your finances within business and grow your business. I hope these tips have been very, very useful. And if you need anything else, drop a comment on this video, any questions that you have. And I will also be very, very grateful if you hit that subscribe button and that like button, because I'll be making more and more videos very, very soon. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next.